eGregious games.
Alrighty. We are back. So I'm kind of, Crack down your gun. Get into the secret passage in the whirling in gigs. Kind of want to press the drug angle further, but... you know anywhere where we could sleep tonight? I don't have 130 real to pay the whirling in gigs keeper. Maybe we can find a nice spot on the roof to hang out. Honestly. That's how bad it is. Or, we could come back here to sneak in after late. That might be better. Okay, because we've only got about an hour and a half till people go to bed. So let's continue questioning people while we can, I think. And then we'll have to deal with nighttime and possibly staying out all night later. We truly are a hobo cop. Okay. We haven't tried any of these bells yet. I feel like that would just be kind of, you know, pressing random buttons. Right. We should maybe go speak to the strike leader or someone in the know. We can try speaking to the old lady again. See what she knows. The guy that Kitsuragi told us not to try speaking to, interestingly.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph.
Snap my fingers in front of her face.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap my fingers twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
You alright, ma'am? You were out.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Wait, what's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
When else would you be then?
Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is.
So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young?
Someone was.
Who's Gabriel Buenguerra?
This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
Keep a photograph of the dude?
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you. His head.
He was
He's
the
very
biggest
handsome.
star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all his lines.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
Someone, are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Lowman. It was early spring, and the man behind them,
that's
while
awesome.
you, people, were tearing each other up.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive confederation on the Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petrostate, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the far right.
Right, police questions for you.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
Still don't understand this whole Boydero thing.
Of course not. To truly understand the Boyadero, You need to listen to on the Western Plain.
The boyadero, boya for short, is a cow herder from upstream Magritte,
Okay.
the great steppes of northern Mesk.
Okay, what's that?
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls in love with a daring boyadero. He promises.
I'm guessing
to
that
marry
doesn't
her.
happen?
Of course not. The boyadero returns from the Western.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
I think I see where this is going.
So the boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off,
Ooh.
because the Western Plain is calling
A
to him.
beautiful song.
The most beautiful. A true boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a boyadero.
All right, let's cut to the chase and let's not drag it out like we did with the last fella. What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds, really?
Of course not. But wouldn't
Okay, what are you really
the
hauling?
things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides,
Okay.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
So you get high off driving a lorry? More in the... I wish I could phrase it... I wish I could phrase it in a different way, but...
oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Herife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
What if the cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like bad hand Hermenegildo.
Bad hand. Hermenegildos's bad hand strangled 300 people.
Okay, okay.
What can I say? Some
You seem like a
people
woman
just
who knows a
really
thing or
like
two about
strength.
drugs, that's
What
all.
do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare.
Sure, sure, sure. The adversary, though?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario.
Cool, cool,
I-
cool.
Those epithets are familiar somehow.
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them
Okay.
all.
Where could I get my hands on an experience like that?
If you don't know,
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs.
why would I want to do that?
I don't know, the thrill of the criminal lifestyle?
Lowman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
Okay. You don't know what
Just
you're
this
holding in your
month,
own
I made
lorry.
half a dozen trips from Saramiris to Grad on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiris to Grad?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking you.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obvious.
Damn this.
Okay.
Make her answer.
Didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that.
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras.
If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Easy. It's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a
Nah,
poet.
it's not him.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Okay. Why are you waiting here then?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. Or I can just relax.
I think we're done here, no?
Okay. Before I came, you seemed very away.
She's just a distracted old woman.
So
Yeah.
he doesn't think she's the...
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Yeah, I noticed that before. Why is that, Lieutenant?
Nothing. I just don't think she's connected to anything.
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. but connected to this woman tuning out like that.
Should you drive a lorry if you get like that?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best camion.
Okay.
Le Monosov's Land,
A terrible cold comes over.
the Transcatolia Magistral, you for 1A, Adestradas du Mirador, all the good ones. The
I'm
deep
something of an
trenches.
expert in blacking out.
Where
You
the
should take better
bluebirds
care of
fly.
yourself.
You're right, Lowman. I'm the one who should take my health.
Alright,
seriously.
alright, alright.
Thank
A correct appraisal. You're quite shabby.
Is that all you woke me up to say?
Yeah.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Fucking weirdo. What's this?
Jamais vu. Derealization.
We're done with this.
Jamais vu. The opposite of déjà vu. Not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood. Only now. That's the feeling you've been having. And for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is a fundamental question.
Okay. We need to finish compressing our shit though. Right. Getting later and later. Let's go talk to someone over here. In fact, I want to talk to this guy first. He seemed a bit more in the know.
I guess getting past the man ain't that simple after all. So, what now?
The measure head thing didn't go well for me. Could you help me with that somehow?
Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. Wiretapping, telescopic baton, or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right?
Pretty sure we don't. At least not all of these things.
I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology. Alright, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however. First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise.
Okay.
Basically,
Maybe that would work.
I don't think
We'll
that's
have to
gonna
see.
work. We already got an advantage by talking about the right thing. But, you know, being a 50-50 dice roll, as with all dice rolls in this game, I just failed it. Sometimes you just gotta keep rolling dice. It is odd to see a modern video game like this. It's very narrative driven, rely on dice rolls. Interesting choice.
Nice aggression with the native. Don't let the chief fool you next time. You don't need to be that up in his face. Leave yourself space to move.
Sure.
Not bad advice, actually. This might do the trick.
Let's talk about our right to work.
I need you to be my champion against Jean-Luc up there.
No, I'm not a fighter. I'm a worker.
I want to get into the harbor too.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here, behind the hostel cafeteria there.
I know nothing about a murder.
Absolutely nothing?
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This isn't really... I don't know.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work!
Okay, I'm gonna leave now. He's got nothing to say about, what was it that I was looking to? Ooh, getting our shit together.
Ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's
Okay.
shit has been observed at a
So we've
pressure of
created a
around
ship singularity through the
495
volumetric ship
gigadecimals.
compressor. Bonuses from the thought. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. So that might let us have another go? It says white checks unlocked. Guys, I'm assuming that's what that means. You need to get another go at the white checks that have been locked from a previous attempt. Right. So we already used up the ammonia. I don't know if using it again will help. In the last check it said it made it worse. But let's just check the price on ammonia, because I might buy some more, and it may have another use in the game.
You see several packaged.
Yeah.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal
Are they
sprays,
out?
and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Okay, let's just go back to the body then. Doesn't look like we can buy more ammonia. So I'm guessing it has no further use on the check. But it did allow us to get our shit together. Which we need, clearly. Kind of feel like going back to the bookshop at some point. Maybe try that check again. Yeah, running in step, running in step. Come on. Third time's the charm. Let's get this goddamn
There
body
he still is,
down.
looking right through you.
Right.
With his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to
Shit
that
is gross. We
corpse
can't possibly
smell.
fail this, can we?
Emitting it is
This is
all
an
it
XCOM,
does
right?
now. As you breathe in, the odor comes over
Finally.
you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach
Corpse
to wring
odor.
itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying flesh, tattoos, and tendons.
Do they always do that? I have no idea what I'm asking, but my character does.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
So we can finally inspect the body after 3 weeks. Don't know where to start. Look him in the eye, I guess.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets.
Comically, is that the word
There
you've
is no
chosen?
one home.
Comically.
Just subaquatic terrors there.
Okay.
Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
What's Inland Empire again? I checked this the last time. It's hunches and gut feelings.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
Okay.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like a shark.
So, inspect the boots. They
The
do look
material
weird.
appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
So he worked somewhere industrial.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to
Maybe.
the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor he was stripped of.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't.
Yeah.
We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
Why does my mortal coil need protecting?
Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable.
Understood.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form. Ageless and
Okay, let's back
synthetic.
off. Or pull the boot off. Knock on the boot. Let's say the material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time,
How much are we
we've
talking
lost,
about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Wait, my yearly pay is 5,500 real?
Not too much, yes.
Sounds puny. No wonder I can't pay my hostel bill.
It's a sorry situation, I agree.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
These look pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air. Suddenly, your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch.
Sounds... let's punch it harder?
Your fist connects to the boot with the same ding. The sound does not appear to get louder.
Did you hear that? A click?
Yeah, like dice rolling.
This is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads the incoming energy horizontally, from plate to plate. When the plates connect, there's a click.
Faint, organic lines cover the like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic.
What does this remind
influenced
me
by
of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton.
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745
No, let's not lie.
G2.
We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Let's pull the boot off.
The stench fills your nostrils.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't it?
You're going to pull his head off.
Do it, Homo!
I'm gonna pull his head off, right?
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise.
Indeed, from this angle, it does.
Yeah.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
Are we not detectives? There may be clues inside the boot.
How many clues do you need? You already found a number. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are
that's
fused to
gross.
his feet now. Why do you think the local...
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
So that's a bit too dodgy for me. Steal a dead man's boots, but that would be dishonorable. It's more about like going against the lieutenant and going against the law. Because we're supposed to be a good representative of the law to some degree.
Alright then. You can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected?
There are honor points?
Of course there aren't. Don't be naive.
What's going to happen to the boots then?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Okay.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and
Inspect the
extremities.
tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by,
Okay, let's
his mouth mute and his skin as colorful
inspect
as
the
the
belt.
chemical rainbow. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt. to
Man,
the
I kind of
branch.
want to try pulling the guy's head off now.
This
just for
is a
disgustingness.
steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt.
We'll probably get a
Big
disadvantage
rub
on the
of
check to get him
regular
down
cargo
safely
belt.
because we've
It's
already
used
pulled on
for
his
towing
legs.
cargo under 6-rotor airships. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar
What
word
was that, a word?
speaks Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only
This is a bad
deep
time for a
longing
drink,
for
right?
Extremely.
Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them.
Apparently, this is the reinforced kind for air transport. My brain tells me so.
The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it?
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
Don't ask me. I'm just lumbering from one moment to the next.
We all are. This belt worries me.
How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Yeah. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
I sure wanted him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring.
I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
Back off and look at the corpse.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Squint and take a step back. I'm curious what this is other than leave.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are pink. Thighs, too. Stop, relax your eyes.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Wait.
As you know, this is only the lower...
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
Okay.
The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color, coursing with dark marble.
So, what do you think?
Something's coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Kind of tempted to see what happens if I do that. Could earn the kid's respect. Yeah, goddamn right.
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard. Sounds like seagulls.
Big's head is a...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Yeah.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
Oof.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored. That
Agreed.
makes sense.
Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
Maybe he was strangled by someone.
Yes, there's always a chance we are wrong. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
I think he's dead.
I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Nah, better not to say that. Too heavy.
Sure, the corpse looks by, oblivious. Black
Let's,
decay liquid
back
drops
off
from
and
his
catch our
but
breath.
there is no breath to catch.
So how do we get him
Only
down?
the
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
We've been thorough. Do you have a plan for getting him down?
So am I.
Looks like they attached the wrong voice line to the spoken line. So I'll submit. The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
Yeah.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Seems like the smarter way would be to saw the branch. We could saw the branch?
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, it seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Shoot him down. Come on. Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor?
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Confirmed. It's unsafe. I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might have an agenda.
Kinda want savoir faire. Let's look at this in a moment. Yeah, let's reconsider.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Maybe we could shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
Shut the fuck up, kid.
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
There, the buckle holds the belt together.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
Shut the fuck up, kid.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
What's our stat for, like, shooting? That would be hand-eye coordination. We're not good at that. Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst thing that could happen?
I'll blow his head off.
Take it! Take the shot!
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket
NPCs are always good to rely on, right?
and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Say nothing.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The chip's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
Ah, it's okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the
What
gun.
now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Can't someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
Can't the boys from processing take care of this?
No.
Why?
Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incinerator in the morgue. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Can I have the gun? I should try.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go
Come
ahead.
on.
I'm not
I've
stopping.
had so many bad
Just
rolls.
don't lose it.
I'm due a good one.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs.
Shit the fuck up.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani boyka! Take it
Just
and
feel the
shit
weight.
yourself.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit.
Okay.
The fuck are you waiting for?
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels.
Point the gun at the
The
belt.
buckle comes into focus in your sights. You
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Oh. Let's close my left
Your
eye.
field of view narrows. The slow movement of the branch.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
God, it's so tempting. I finally got a gun! Katsuragi will be real mad if we point the gun at the kid. Alright, we'll take one shot. We're not gonna get it, but... Shit!
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your head. You missed the belt, but hit the corpse.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry. I knew it. What a mulko.
Something wrong with your weapon, Lieutenant. It keeps missing.
The armistice is sufficiently precise, officer.
It's not the gun's fault.
Pigs don't have that.
Kuno has hands. Kuno can shoot that shit down for you.
No, Kuno. If I can't shoot him down, no one will.
Cop's bitter because he fucked that corpse up.
We still need to get him down somehow. The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too.
Won't it be dangerous?
To ask the suspects for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves. Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches.
How do we get inside the harbor?
From the gate. By negotiating or fighting. Or we can try the secret route we found. Where your cloak is. It looked doable.
Sure.
To the gates. Let's fight, I say. To the gates. But we negotiate.
Let's just ask, for the sake of it, what's wrong with being indebted to Everard Clare? Even though it's fairly obvious to me.
He's a dangerous and corrupt man, and we cannot predict what he will want from us in return.
Yeah? Don't go being someone else's bitches. You're
Okay,
cool.
let's get to it. God, I'm so annoyed that I shot the body. So annoyed. We can
An
interact with
intricate
this.
web of blue lines stretches. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky. But
Who are
gone
you? What's the meaning of this
For
tattoo?
you to discover. Someone who knows about history.
So that would be the lady at the docks. It's worth looping back around to talk to her before we proceed with the story. Looks like we are going to make some progress today. Oh. Everyone will be asleep now, it's past 9. But it will be a good time to sneak in. I wonder if the lady will still be here at the docks. I'm curious. Looks like there's different people about. Yeah, it looks like she's still here, or is that somebody else? Either way.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
On the contrary, officer. There are yet camioneers you have not talked to. And don't look so...
They must have someone in a...
I suggest you go back and
Okay.
canvass for more suspects.
You know something about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
Why? How is... So you know something about the tattoos?
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you
Let's
with.
talk about reality, shall we?
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day.
What is...
Go ahead, ask me anything.
What is all of this?
What
The
world
scent,
is
the
this?
scent.
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
Antipode? What does that mean? The direct opposite of something.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included. Elysium.
Elysium. The world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
I don't feel like I've got the whole picture yet.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside sideways? What shape is this world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revichol-Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
A dark grey corona?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
Interesting.
A cold fear seeps into you.
Pale? What do you mean, corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
A fractured corona doesn't feel like it's going to bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
The cold seeps into you. The air is heavy with 80% humidity. Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
You said pale. What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. Remember, we have a cadaver to attend to.
Shush, Kitsuragi, we tried.
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
What do you mean it's not part of reality?
Ma'am, remember you are dealing with a very sensitive and impressionable police officer who is still recovering.
The Lieutenant's right. Let's change topics.
This is not going to happen with the lieutenant present.
Okay, that's all for now.
Glad to have been of assistance.
I want to talk about the Pale. It's 9 o'clock. Can you give us an idea where we can sleep?
Yes?
Nope. Although, what if we try You Seem to Be Following Me?
Yes?
What happens if it gets
Excuse
super
me?
late? Nothing, just an
You
observation.
have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you...
What do you
surely
mean,
polite.
distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
You're kidding me. Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess.
Okay. Let's try talking to this fella on the roof.
Hello again.
Oh, it's
officers.
Cindy again. So she's still there. There's Kuno S here. I don't imagine the smoker's up there. What's this? Have we checked this out already? It's just a locked door. There may be time to go and search the truck driver area to see if there are any drivers we didn't get a chance to speak to. Or maybe someone who's out at night. What do we prioritize? Truck driver or getting to the docks? I feel like truck driver might be solved quicker. And then we can get the assistance of the lady. I was certain I spoke to everybody, but maybe down south? The game doesn't let us go left of this statue, pretty much. Spoke to her. I would love to just check her truck, but the game doesn't seem to let us do that. Did we miss someone or something? Ooh, what's that? Coin? Coin? Hell yeah. There's somebody
Lorry
in
stuck
here?
in the traffic jam. The windows are clear.
Yeah, that's the racist guy's truck. Come on. There's another person? Where and how? Maybe this lady is also a truck driver? Who
Hello
knows?
again, officer. How are things?
I've investigated the body. Shouldn't be long till we get it down.
Oh, okay. Thanks
Tell
for
me, what
keeping me
exactly
in
have
the
you been
know,
doing in your
sir.
greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Squint your eyes and look at her intently. Well, whatever it is, we've got a high chance of succeeding, so let's do it.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see?
Traffic jam?
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor
That's
gates.
what I
This is a
knew it.
great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
Are you by any chance keeping an eye on us?
No, of course not. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble.
I was talking to him, yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job?
You've been
Yeah.
resting here for quite a...
Yes, I'm tired.
I understand. The RCM...
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do.
Okay, let's go. Well, we're still missing a driver. It can't be you. We've spoken to you. Oh, will the game let us go this way? Oh, well that's useful to know. And all I have to do is hold up. No. There's a very particular pathing the game I have to click there from below. Huh. Well, let's branch out a bit, maybe. I mean, C-Lane could be a truck driver, could he? Maybe someone who got stuck here and stayed? Let's try talking to C-Lane, see if he knows anything.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
What kind of stuff you selling here?
Goods in Revachol. I've got
You have a permit to sell all that?
Good joke, officer.
You glance around the decrepit buildings.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Kim, is it true he doesn't need a permit to sell?
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like.
I thought he was bullshitting.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Okay, no permits then. Cool.
Hyper cool.
Where'd you get those comfy pants?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors.
Okay, that's all.
Anything for you.
He clearly has nothing to do with... Hey, maybe this guy's a lorry driver. This guy over here? Oh, he's vanished. He's in his house. Roy's pawn shop, is it? You must have missed this earlier. I wonder if it's the same guy and it only opens at night, maybe. There's got to be some unique opportunities at night, I imagine. No, that looks like a different guy. We probably just missed it earlier. Have a look around before we chat to the fella.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Let your gaze run over the street
The
light.
light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Okay. Well, before we chat to this fella, it is about time for a break, so I will be back in 5 minutes, and we will see what happens then. We're definitely going to go head to the docks tonight. We're definitely going to try to speak to Everard. Beyond that, I do not know, but I will see you in 5 minutes.